Good morning, everybody. Welcome to 8 Dimensions of Wellness. Oh, okay. I'm sorry, Melvin. There you go, my friend. Somebody get that for Melvin. All right. Last week we talked about education. Let's kind of review. Let's go back and see what we said about education. What are our plans for future education? How do we learn? What's the best method for us to learn? All these things need to be looked at before we make a decision on education. So, having said that, what are your educational goals? Are you going to go back to school, Bob?
I'm going to become a social studies now.
Okay. You're going to tutor?
Yeah, I don't want to teach.
Okay. Well, teaching is fun, but tutoring is a necessary thing as well.
Tutoring because you help people get fair to back races when you get better.
Okay. I can use some tutoring. Melvin can tutor me in math. Bob, you can tutor me with social studies.
Math I could also because math was my best subject in school, but I didn't do too well in trigonometry.
Okay, well, Melvin is just the man when it comes to math. I'm sorry. I'm going with Melvin.
I just do long division. That's all I like.
And I can't do long division, so that'll help. How do you learn? What's the best method of you learning? I told you for me, I'm starting to really get into the audiobooks. The audiobooks allow me to close my eyes and it takes me to wherever it is I want to go with the reading or with the subject matter, especially a good book. If your audio, a good book, close your eyes and imagine the subject. Let your imagination take you. That's the great thing about audiobooks. With reading, you also get the concept of what the author is trying to portray. But audiobooks are a different breed. It's someone that can read, like Amanda, that has an excellent voice, an excellent reading voice, and it's just a pleasure to hear. That's one of the reasons why I like audiobooks. Yes?
And a very keen ear.
Okay, all right. So, we haven't got to a page yet, but we're going to start on page 141. The domain of assets. That's where we're going to pick up today. Who in here have assets? Bob, you have assets?
Honorable assets that when I was playing softball for CRI, and I still attending program there in the summer of 1993, when I was 30 years old, 26 years ago. And that team, softball team, CRI finished in first place in their division that year.
Okay.
And
But what about assets? Do you have
we won
assets?
the final championship game.
Right.
And when we won the final championship game, we all received first place trophy.
Oh, okay. That's an
Now, when I
asset.
finished 10 years at my part-time job,
Okay.
I received a 10-year plaque
Okay.
indicating I had my part-time job down there for 10 years. And I had a book given that had my name under it, what location of the restaurant where my part-time job I did in that book.
Gotcha. I understand. What about you, Amanda?
I have my own apartment and 2 cats.
Okay. Meow. Okay.
Savings account.
Huh?
There you go.
I have a savings account.
That's good. Those are assets. You going to get your own apartment
I'm
soon?
ready for it. Got money saved up.
Hey, you have to do a budget. You have to live within the means of that budget, and you'll accumulate things. You buy art. You buy knickknacks for your apartment. Are you prepared to furnish this apartment?
Already got a storage bin full of stuff.
Okay, so you have assets.
Right.
Good for you. Beverly.
I got a lot of musical equipment that's worth a lot of money.
Oh, you do? What kind of instruments? Musical
I have
instruments?
3 guitars, 2
Okay.
amps, and a set of keyboards.
Well, when we gonna get a song, Bev?
I can't bring it here.
I'll bring it here and you can play me a
You
song.
bring a guitar, I'll play you a song.
Okay, I'll get you a guitar. I have an electric guitar at home.
Deal.
Please.
Turn it out.
My fingers don't work for nothing on a guitar. No, I can't play it. I did take a class and it wasn't very successful.
Well, I tell you, I can play chords, but I can't play the,
Okay, that's fine. That's where we start. You know, a journey begins with one footstep. That's how we start. We start. We make goals to get to our destination, but we have to start somewhere. Okay? Today we're going to start with assets. Who wants to start reading? Ticket to Ride, the domain of assets.
I'll read it.
Okay, let me read the side. It is good to have money and things that money can buy. But it is good too to check up once in a while to make sure you haven't lost the things that money can't buy. Okay? George Lucas Lorimer. I'm horrible at pronouncing names, so I'm going to say George Lucas. Okay. Money is turned out was exactly like sex. You thought of nothing else if you didn't have it, and thought of other things if you did have it. James Baldwin. That's
That's a good one.
that's pretty funny. That's pretty funny. Okay, Bob.
There's also another phrase, money can't buy happiness.
It sure can. What are some of the things that we need that money can't buy? What's the most important thing we
Money can buy,
can't buy?
can't buy.
Can't buy.
Love.
Love,
Yeah,
Community.
health,
companionship.
companionship,
friends.
friends. If you have to pay for these things, you're in trouble. You're in big trouble. If you have to pay for these things, you're in trouble. Yes, Bob.
Or people are not spending their money the right way,
Okay.
and that is if they buy drugs and get involved in drugs.
Okay. Now, I was going to ask you, what are some of the bad things you can buy with money if you have it? Drugs was the number one on my list.
Alcohol.
Alcohol, cigarettes,
Too much of something.
too much of something,
Car
excessive.
that is too big, a
Mhm.
TV set that is too big.
Okay.
You know, it's too excess.
Buying in excess. Okay. Assets. The domain of assets. Let's hear you, Justin.
Most of us need to build up our assets so we have the resources we need for our journey of recovery. Not having enough money can make us feel anxious, angry, and depressed. Such feelings are not symptoms. They are common emotions of people who have low income. Such emotions can impact our physical health and ultimately our recovery. We also know that people with low incomes and lack of insurance are nearly twice as likely to have psychiatric disorders. So low income can have a negative effect on our mental health. Throughout this workbook, we have thought and written about our personal visions of recovery. We have identified our strengths in various ways and have started to set goals. We need to gather sufficient resources to support and sustain our journey so we can reach our recovery goals. Most
Okay.
of-
Keep going. Keep going.
Most of us have very limited resources. Income benefits of people with disabilities are set as low levels that we can often force to struggle to merely survive. Limited resources and poverty can make a toll on recovery. It's hard to even make ends meet and so stay housed with meager benefits. Some of us don't have control over our income. We may lack information on how to make decisions on spending our money or making the most of money we do have.
Who of us make the most of the money we get? I have bills, and I think I have more bills than I should, but I have a plan to pay off these bills. Budgets. Budgets work. Budgets really work. You have to be, with a budget, you have to stick to that budget. You have to really make choices when you have a budget. As to, do I buy that new shirt? Do I buy that new pants? Do I buy a new car? When the old ones is still working. Having assets come with a price. You have to manage money correctly in order to build assets. And assets aren't just cars or houses. Assets are little things. Small things that jewelry are assets. Things that have value are assets. How many of us know what assets are? How many know what assets they do have? Are your assets insured? Do you have insurance on your assets? I do. I have what's called warranty. Do you have warranties on your assets? These are things to think about. To have assets, we have to make reasonable accommodations to get assets. We have to be able to afford them. We have to work hard to get them. Few things are involved in receiving assets. But we all in here have assets, so that's a good thing. Bob, what's your question?
That's good. I paid my rent check
Okay.
and paid for the 2 bills after that, which is phone and cable.
Mm-hmm.
But since I have a part-time job,
Mm-hmm.
that helps, and I have enough money to pay for that.
Okay, that's
Or if I
good.
want to go to restaurants, since I
Okay.
need to get my main socialization by going to restaurants,
Okay.
I have the money to do that.
All right. Even rent is a prepaid asset. You pay rent at the beginning of the month. That living arrangement is an asset. Prepaid rent is an asset. So when you pay your rent on time, that's a 30-day asset that you have. So remember that. Keep in mind that when you're calculating what your assets are, you will calculate something like prepaid rent as well. We talked about living situations. We talked about paying rent and paying our bills and all. This is kind of piggybacking on your living situation, on paying your bills and having a safe place to stay, being able to afford a safe place to stay. That's an asset as well. So assets aren't just cars, houses, TVs, things you can hold. There are also tangible things like rent, groceries, when you go buy groceries. All these things we have to take in consideration when we spending our money. Money goes out the door. When it doesn't come in, it goes out the door. So we have to be cognitive of how we spend our money and what we spend our money on. We need a budget. And before the end of this 10 weeks, we're going to sit down and we're going to make Amanda make you a budget.
Oh, gosh.
Like how I just volunteered Amanda? Okay, I'm going to volunteer her for everything. Belle,
You know what my problem is?
what's that?
I have too much month at the end of the money.
Too much month at the end of the money? Or too much money at the end of the month?
Too much month at the end of the month.
I hear you. So, do you budget?
Yeah, I'm kidding. I make my money back somewhere.
Okay, good. I know you
I'm
did.
joking.
I know you did. You always have money. You can go to the bank, get you a few dollars for your pocket, do your laundry. Oh yeah, you have assets. You have family that looks out for you. That's a good thing to have.
Can I say something?
You can
about
say
my
anything you'd like,
assets?
Bev.
I have enough money for everything that I need. and
Right.
I'm content with what I have.
Absolutely.
And if there's ever anything that I need that I can't afford, all I have to do is say, Mom or Dad,
Okay, hey.
brother or sister, guess
I wish
what
I
I
had
want for
that.
Christmas?
Hey, I wish I had that as well.
Guess what I want for Christmas?
What do you want for Christmas?
I just say, Mom or Dad, guess what I want for Christmas?
Oh, okay. So what do you want for Christmas? What are you gonna ask Mom and Dad for this year?
I've already asked them for something that I.
Oh, okay, all right. So Christmas is looking pretty good for you, huh?
If there's ever anything that I do need that I can't afford,
Right.
I just say, guess what I want for Christmas?
Okay. Well, that's good. I'm glad you have that because some of us don't have that. Some of us don't have a mom and dad to go to, but it's nice to have the support system that we talked about. We're going to get back into support systems toward the end. We're going to make sure we have a support system, and if we don't, we're going to make ways of finding a support system for you. Bob?
Not only is it good to receive money from the restaurant part-time job ad, since the federal government of Social Security considers I'm mentally disabled, I receive money from them
Okay.
on the 3rd of each month.
All right. Yep. So do most of us. Most of us have income coming in. Most of us do. Most of us can pay our bills on time. Come on, David, wake up with me.
I'm waking up.
Stick with me, David.
I am.
All right. So, part-time jobs, income coming in, such as Social Security. I get my Army pay. You have to have a certain amount of income coming in, or it can be depressing. It can actually enhance your mental illness when you're at a low income. You stress, you get anxiety. Not knowing how the bills are going to get paid is a bad feeling. It interrupts our recovery. So we have to have suitable income to pay our bills and to stand on our own 2 feet. We talked about that last week. It's nice to be able to stand on your own 2 feet if you have the income to do it. Okay, one more question, Bob.
Sorry, I don't mean to keep that.
Okay.
Since the federal government considers I'm mentally disabled, that I can't do a full-time job that requires full-time hours, and that's why they sent that money.
Okay, absolutely. Absolutely.
I mean, I can do part-time jobs, but not full-time.
Okay, absolutely. I think that applies to a lot of us in this room.
Right. I just came from work.
You just came from work.
Yeah.
Okay, but are you allowed to work any amount of hours you choose? You have to work a certain amount of hours.
Right.
And you have to make a certain amount a year. You can't go over a certain amount a year. So, in addition to the income that we receive and the money we make, are we content with what we have? Can we do better? Of course we can do better. Of course we can. But do we need an additional job? Do we want an additional job? Do we need to change jobs?
I need that.
You need. Being employed is a good thing. Being underemployed is not. We need to be employed to be able to meet our needs in addition to what we receive from the federal government. Were you going to say something?
Yeah.
Were you, David?
No.
Okay. One more, Bob.
I do realize that even though I have a psychiatric illness, I can't do a full-time job that requires full-time hours.
Right.
I have a lot more than what a lot of other people do not have.
I agree. And
Because
that's,
there's a lot of people who are far worse off than I am.
there's a lot of people that's far worse off than all of us. We all need to feel blessed.
Right.
Even though we are dealing with our mental illness, we all need to feel blessed that we're functional, that we're able to get up in the morning and live a full day. It's when you can't live that full day that we need to apply these tools. We need to apply these tools at all times. But it's especially when we're at our worst that these tools come into effect and aid us in our recovery. Okay? So, domains of assets. Who want to finish reading? You want to finish, Justin, or you anybody else?
I can do it.
Okay, go ahead, Justin.
Lack of access can wear us down and keep us from doing what we'd like to do, or need to do in all other domains or areas of our life. For example, we can buy better food, live in a nicer apartment, and afford better transportation if we had more assets. While there is no quick fix for building assets, we can take steps to increase our assets over time, and we can improve how we use the resources we already have. Consumer leader Patricia E. Deegan has pointed out that they are often encouraged to adjust in an unnatural state of extreme poverty. Failing to live well on a sub-poverty income is not a personal failing. Usually we think of assets as cash money, but assets include more than the money we have in hand.
I told you.
Assets are the things we own, that we have in our personal possession. Having a skill or talent is also an asset. having a car or our own furniture are just a few examples of assets. For this section, however, we are going to concentrate on money.
Okay, yeah,
In
we're
this
gonna
section-
concentrate on
Let me
money.
finish this.
Yes.
In this section of the workbook, we will identify the financial resources we have as well as recognizing any financial liabilities. People who handle money as professions, such as accountants and bankers, often create what is called a balance sheet. A balance sheet so we can where we stand overall. After completing the first exercise, you may want to consider creating a balance sheet for yourself.
All right, balance sheet for our life. Again, assets are more than just cars and furnitures and CDs and things. Your skill is an asset. That's an asset to you because it can make you money, whatever skill you have. So it will enhance your life to have a skill. And that is an asset, Bob.
This refers to education, how intelligent you are,
Okay, all right.
or
That.
how high of an IQ you have.
That's an asset. Just how smart you are. How eager you are to learn. These are assets. You know, again, we don't look just this whole things in our hand and call them assets. We look at the small things like emotions that, you know, we display. The skills, again, I'll go back to skills because anybody that has a skill has a way of making money. But again, this chapter, we're speaking on money. A balance sheet. Anybody know how to do a balance sheet? Okay, Bob know how to do a balance sheet. What about you, Bev?
In accounting, you have the name of the business, the name of the form, which is balance sheet, and the date, and that's the heading of the balance sheet.
Right?
On one side is your assets,
And
on the other side is total liabilities, capital.
Okay?
Total, the assets have to equal the total liabilities and capital. In order for the balance sheet to be in balance, both sides have to equal each other.
Yeah.
That's what a balance sheet is.
I agree. Very nice, Bob. Thank you for sharing that with us. But we have to do a balance sheet on our lives. We have to know what assets we have. We have to know the liabilities that we have. And that does equal what your capital is. What you have left over are your assets. Yes.
Assets are things that you own. Liabilities are things that you owe, and capital is what the business is worth, and underneath the capital is net worth.
Okay. Net worth. All right. Well, we're good with that. I can handle that, Bob. All right, but we're talking about money now. This chapter, we're going to explicitly talk about money. Who has money? Who in there can loan me $10? Who in here?
I can loan you $10.
All right, give me $10. No, I'm just kidding. All right. There's a song called Give Me $2. Anybody know that song? Okay, I know it, but anyway. Money. Do we make enough money? Do we have enough money that we're satisfied with what we have? Are we in extreme poverty? Do we live in poverty? Is it difficult? Is it stressful not having the money to pay your bills and enjoy life? Not having money keeps us from doing things. It keeps us from going out being social. It keeps us from going out enjoying entertainment. Yes, Mel.
It keeps our imagination under control.
Okay. All right. Give me a little bit more on that.
Okay, without an income, there is no imagination.
Ah, yeah.
And they say it from the start, a child is what you got to keep the imagination functioning from.
Mm-hmm.
Because it teaches us what to do.
Right.
You know, and then when we get older, we know how to apply ourselves.
Okay.
That's how come people that work at a project or business for 25, 30 years, and they lose their job, they go completely insane. You know, they just want to kill it because they know ain't no more future.
Right.
And when you know there ain't no more future, there's no more of this. There's no more of that.
Now, it's hard to live without money, that's for
I
sure.
mean, in this stage right now, it is.
It is very hard to live without money. You have to have a certain, not a certain amount, but you have to have income coming in. Who of us don't have income coming in? Everybody do have income
I
coming in.
Yeah, I
remember
have.
when it wasn't, I I kind of like reflect on that a little bit, now that I'm in a better position now.
Right?
I can reflect a little bit. back and
Okay.
forth, But I don't make it a habit.
Right.
I just look at it what it is,
Okay. Well, let me share something. I remember back in 2009 when my job ended. I went on unemployment for 2 years. That's when President Obama was given the extension on unemployment because there were just no jobs available. Well, unemployment ran out for me, and I was stuck in between a rock and a hard place as to what I was going to do. At that point, I had no income coming in. I had no job to look forward to because no one was hiring. So I had to make some decisions as to what was next for me. How do I get back on my feet without a job and without a direction? Because I had no direction. The job that I had was gone. I felt like the end of the world had come about. Again, my unemployment ran out, and I was living somewhere where I was paying weekly, and I had to move out because I couldn't afford to pay rent anymore. That really aided in my depression. I got depressed, and I think I had to go into the hospital for a couple of days just to get myself focused again. Eventually, I applied for my VA. Within 6 months, I received it. Yay. And then life became easier for me again. So I went through a period of not having income coming in. I joined a program in Atlanta for veterans called the Homeless Veterans Program. My friend, if you are a veteran, you have no business being homeless with the amount of resources that the government, to include Michelle Obama, made in order to take care of homeless veterans. So if you are a veteran and you are homeless, there is absolutely no need for that. Eventually, I was able to get back on my feet again, and I'm thankful for that. It was a rough period. That was a depressing period. My anxiety level was high. At that point, I was not on any medication. So it was a double burden for me, having the depression and not being on a medication. Well, I had no insurance. And insurance was paying for my medication. And this was actually before I knew that I can get all my medications from the VA. Once I knew that VA took care of all my medical needs, from that day on, I've been with the VA, and I'm very satisfied. Even though I have Medicare through Social Security, I've never used it because I'm so satisfied with the care that the VA gives me.
It used to be terrible.
Oh, it used to be challenging. It did used to be challenging.
Double book appointments.
Yes,
3 hours.
yes.
to go to an appointment.
Took 6 months to get an appointment, and within that 6 months, some of the patients didn't make it. There was a hassle with the VA, but that has been relieved. The VA is now a very well functioning old machine. President Obama made that happen, and I'm appreciative of that. But to wrap all this up, again, there was a time when income was not in coming through, and I had to survive. So again, I went into this program. This program helped me to receive income coming in, and I'm truly thankful for that. Any of you that don't have income coming in need to let the Recovery Center know so we can throw as many resources at you as we can. We can help you work on getting a job with a job coach. We can throw resources at you that are available to kind of meet your needs. But if you don't let us know, we won't know. You know, closed mouth doesn't get fed. So you have to let us know certain things in order for us to make a suitable path for you to travel down. Okay, Bob?
It's just like these homeless people that stand out there at the side of the street in the different parts of the city, like
Mhm.
downtown.
Yeah.
Hold up signs, my name is so-and-so and I am hopeless, can you help out?
Right.
I think what the police do is they take over soup kitchens throughout different parts of the city, and soup kitchens is where they give them food, especially over the holidays like Thanksgiving, Christmas, where they can have
Yes.
turkey. That
Yeah.
I know that's what the police do when they pick those people up at those streets when they're holding these homeless signs out.
Okay. All right. Well, if you ever been homeless, it's just not a great feeling. It's very stressful and depressing to not have your own place to go. To wander aimlessly around the streets, just looking for somewhere to lay your head down, can be very, very detrimental to our mental
I
wellness.
think that's what the police do for those people when they see them out there with those signs, they take them to those places.
Okay, and there are a lot of soup kitchens that do feed. So, in Cincinnati, there's no need to go hungry. There are a lot of resources. And being part of the recovery center, there's even more resources. One of the things we do is we feed lunch every day. I think that's a great thing because we can ensure at least you get one good meal if in fact you don't have the income coming in. Okay, Bob, one more question, and we're going to go to our goals.
Another good thing is here, the lunches are for free.
Lunches are for free,
You have
absolutely.
to pay for breakfast if you have breakfast here, but the lunches are for free.
Lunches are for free, and we have some great cooks downstairs, and I would like everybody to pat the cooks on the back for the job that they do, because it's not easy feeding 50 to 100 people. That's not an easy job, but they do it and manage to do it pretty well, okay? So, having said that, last week we made goals. We made one-day goals. Yeah, what was your one-day goal?
Go to the bank and get some money out.
Okay, you did that.
I did.
Did you do laundry? Because that was the goal. The goal was for you to go to the laundromat. The going to the bank, getting the money wasn't the goal. The goal was to
That's right.
complete going to the wash rack.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah, I did go to the one.
All right, so Bev accomplished her one-day goal. Very good for you, Bev. You sure you went to the laundromat, or you just pulling my
Yes, I
leg?
did, yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
All right, I believe you. What about you, Justin?
I had a good talk with my son.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So are we satisfied with the conversation we had?
Not last night. I called him up. He got on me. He said, Dad, I'm not kidding.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh, he's gonna always be your baby. So tell him he can hush that, because he's gonna always be your baby.
I make him a good thing about my son. I call him up and I say, can I get a kiss? I say, can I get an I love you? He says, love you.
All right.
That's kind of-
Ah, so that's a goal that everybody needs to make, is to have someone tell them they love them. I don't care if it's a kid, a parent, a case manager, maybe not a case manager. That might be a little weird, but a support system. You gotta have somebody that care about you. Okay, David. Well,
My goal is to work on getting a car.
you got a car. All right, David got a car. Everybody, yay! David got a car.
Last 2 weeks.
Can I borrow your car?
Yeah,
Huh?
yeah, but it won't drive like yours.
Okay, well, as long as I can borrow.
Subsonic sound.
Okay, but you accomplished that goal.
Yeah, I did.
I'm very, very proud of you. You
Yeah.
said you were going to make it happen, and you did.
Yeah.
You should be
faster
proud of
than I
yourself.
thought. Faster than I thought.
You should be proud of yourself. All right, Bob, what was your one-day goal?
I didn't do it. I have to be honest because I'm a good Catholic and I'm honest, but I didn't do it. I did laundry last week.
Okay.
I got started on it Wednesday night, but I didn't get it done, the rest of it done until Thursday night.
Oh, come on, Bob.
And I was supposed to do regular clothes laundry last night, and I didn't do it, so I have to do it tonight. I did get my job clothes laundry done on Monday.
Okay.
And I did shopping yesterday, but I was supposed to do regular clothes laundry last night, and I did, so I have to do it today.
Well, you did something. You accomplished half the goal. Like you accomplished half the goal last week. If we put those two together, that's a whole goal. But, Bob, part of this class is for us to have that discipline. For us to be disciplined enough to follow these goals all the way through. That's part of what this class does, is to incorporate this one domain into our lives and be successful at it. Yes?
Bob, if you want to be a good Catholic who attends Mass on Sundays, what it is, there's also something that's not good called sloth and laziness.
Okay, sloth.
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 Okay. Well, I'm glad you do go to church. That can be a goal as well. That can be a goal and a spirituality domain. And we're going to get to spirituality in the next couple of weeks.
This car is good. It's a Mercury Grand Marquis.
All right, I'm going to borrow it one day, and I'm going to go drag racing in it. All right, okay. All right, Melvin, it's on you.
I was active. I always try to stay active.
Okay.
And get the chess games in and be able to put some, give people some positive feedback on the Reds and the Bengals.
Oh, there we go with the Reds and Bengals.
As you can see on our shirt, Chris.
Okay.
And I was able to get the letter to Zach Taylor.
Okay.
Told him what I thought they needed.
Okay.
They lacked it. I said you needed more variety plays, and I explained it. How come they need more variety plays? I say because a team with more variety plays offsets the balance of a good defense team.
All right. You know your sports,
And
man.
I told him when I got ready to end the letter, I said, oh yeah, by the way, I play chess.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I can just imagine you writing that letter.
Already, I said it out last
I believe you. I believe you. Melvin don't take no mess, y'all. Melvin will write it down and send it to you. And hey, I like that about you, Melvin. I do. I really like that about you. Okay. You weren't here last week.
Oh yeah, I'm looking for him to write me back and ask me do I have any plays in there. Oh, I got plenty.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, we're going to see what leads to this, okay?
Okay.
Okay, you weren't here last week, but what we do is we make one-day goals and we make one-week goals. And we try to accomplish those goals. We didn't make a goal for you because you weren't here. Now, give me a one-day goal that you can accomplish today. My one-day goal was for me to get into the shower and shave. As you can see me, for the last couple of days, I had a beard this long. My afro was about this big, and I needed to shave and cut that mess off because it was gray and yucky looking. So, I shaved this morning. I showered this morning. Again, the hardest thing for me to do is get out of bed and get into the shower. But again, that's my daily goal. And I make sure I accomplish that goal every day. One thing I won't do is not get into the shower and then come to work and not be comfortable because I didn't achieve what it is I set out to do for that week. So, having these goals are important to me. And I want these goals to be important to you. And I want you to accomplish these goals. I'm not asking you to climb Mount Everest as a goal. I'm not asking you to rescue a kitten out the tree. I'm just asking you to do something within range that allow you to aid in your recovery. So you, give me a one-day goal that you can accomplish today. Even something social, something spiritual, something, anything. Give me a one-day goal.
I need to finish treating my bed. I had to air my mattress out.
Okay.
And I've been sleeping on the couch because the house was stuffy and I had a lot of old sweat and stink down in there, so I sprayed some of that Febreze on
Febreze?
it. And
Okay.
I propped it up.
Okay.
Put some fans on it, bringing in fresh air from the outside.
Okay.
It's so damp, I couldn't set it outside.
Right,
And
absolutely.
this morning I smelled it, and it smelled nice and fresh, but I turned it over, and reverse the fans, because I
Okay.
was pulling that out because of all the rain.
Right?
And it smelled a lot fresher, but I want to put that bed back together so I can go back to bed.
Okay, so you can get off that couch.
Yeah,
Alright, so your goal is to finish up a project that you started and get back into your normal routine by sleeping in your bed.
right.
That's a good goal. Alright, I'm going to come back to you now for a weekly goal. So I want you to think about what in the next week you can do in order to accomplish your goal and aid in your recovery. Okay, Amanda, your turn.
My 1-day goal would be to send my rent money to my landlord.
Okay, hey, that's, your assets have to be paid, your bills have to be paid. Okay, what about you?
Resumes, I've gotten 21 out.
All right, 21 resumes out. You said you were gonna, you started the resume, now it was time for you to put it in motion. Did you put it online?
Yes.
You did put it online. Did you put it in a search engine, a job engine?
No.
You were supposed to get with me so we can sit down and put it in a job engine. Indeed.com. We're gonna sit down, maybe not today, but before your next week, in your 1 week goal, I'm gonna give you your 1 week goal. We're gonna sit down and we're gonna put your job resume and all your credentials in Indeed.com. Okay, so before we do this, I challenge you to get on Indeed.com and look and see exactly what they're asking, and we'll sit down and we'll put it together. Okay, so that's going to be your next goal. Okay, your weekly goal. We're going to sit down and put that resume in an engine to where they can call you instead of you call them. All right?
That sounds good.
That sound good? All right. So everybody gave me their goal except Beverly. She snuck out on me, but that's okay. All right. 1 week goal. I told you I have been training to lose weight, and I have got to my target weight, which was 215 pounds. I'm down to 214 pounds. So I did make my target weight, and I'm proud of myself for that. So my goal has been met for the week. My new weekly goal is to start building muscle. I told you my 6-month goal is I'm gonna have a 6-pack in 6 months. I'm sticking with my goals, and I'm kind of reaching my goals, and I'm proud of that. And that's what I challenge you to do. Okay? Bev, you had a 1-day goal. Did you give me that 1-day goal?
My 1-day goal?
You did, didn't you? Okay. You did give me the 1-day goal. You went to the laundromat.
Yeah.
Okay, so we did accomplish our, everybody accomplished their 1-day goal. I thank you. All right, I thank you for that. Now we need to make a 1-week goal that we can stick with, within our possibilities. I don't want to hear you say, I'm going to lose 20 pounds this week, or I'm going to climb Mount Everest, or I'm going to rescue 10 people out of a burning building. Let's be realistic about our goals. Let's be realistic, and let's give it all we got to achieve these goals. Okay, Bev, give me a 1-week goal.
Well, you can tell me if this is okay.
Okay,
I'm planning to go out of town this weekend.
okay,
So I have to do everything, prepare, get ready.
okay,
I have to pack. And
right.
I have to do laundry again, so I have clean clothes.
Okay, yeah, have clean clothes.
Let me tell you a little joke.
Okay. Bev's gonna tell us a joke, y'all. Come on.
I have to pack for 4 days.
Okay.
It's gonna take me that long.
It's gonna take you 4 days to pack for 4 days.
That's a joke.
I know it
Play
is.
on words. I have to pack for 4 days.
Yeah.
That's a play on words.
Okay, I got you.
Get it?
Where you going? I get it. I get it. Where you going?
To my parents.
And where's that?
Salina, Ohio.
Okay, that's not too far. How you gonna get there? They gonna come get you?
Yeah,
All right.
my brother is.
All right, that's very good. You enjoy yourself and be safe, okay?
Thank you.
All right, what about you? Give me a one we go.
I had my one-week call last week, it was to see my son this weekend.
Okay,
And I saw him, we ate cheese coneys and ate at the park.
okay.
And he's playing football for the first time this year.
All right.
And he comes up to me and he showed me his plays, he's writing his plays. We were in the dorm, or in the little cover. He looks up, looks around. She said, make sure no cameras from Marymount can steal my plays. It was cute.
All right, very good. You took that quality time and spent it with your son. That's a great goal. Your support system, everything. And before we leave, we're going to talk about support systems too. David.
I'm going to go to the gym 3 more times this week.
Okay. David, you've lost to how much weight?
Enough.
Oh,
No, I don't know.
Okay.
I've lost about 70 pounds.
70 pounds. Wow. 70 pounds.
But I've lost more than that.
Huh?
I've lost more than that over a long haul.
All right, absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
Although I lost the 30 pounds over the last couple of months, it was a result of me losing weight over the last couple of years.
Yeah.
It wasn't until I really stepped it up, stopped eating the meat, and exercising as hard as I am that the 30 pounds just melted off.
Right.
So it was a combination of over a couple of years, but the 30 pounds came off in a minimal amount of time because I changed my lifestyle. Bob, give me your 1 week goal.
This could be like a spiritual goal.
Okay,
And St. Christopher is a saint for people to have safe trips.
okay.
I'll do prayers to St. Christopher that you have a safe trip.
All right,
to
Bob.
Georgia.
Bob, you are just so kind. You are just an outstanding individual. I appreciate that. I really do. Okay. Melvin,
Okay, since we ain't got to come out of group Monday,
Monday is off. We're off Monday.
I'm gonna extend myself a little bit out and pay attention to the baseball scores,
Okay.
football scores, and tennis matches.
All right, because you know that's my sport.
She won the young, the 15.
Coco Golf,
That's right.
15 years old
So
one.
I keep thinking, I said, they must have screwed up or said it wrong. First they said that she was gonna play Serena Williams,
No,
but they said that Serena and her sister was gonna play.
right.
So I was wondering how they're gonna be.
Oh, they're not going to play till later round. So that's cool.
So I'm gonna beam in on that, so that gives me something to do for the whole week.
Okay.
And then, I might drive my car a little bit
Okay.
this week.
All right.
But everything else, I'm just open for just the activity.
All right. Okay. Give me a 1 week goal.
I check my emails.
Check your emails. Okay, that can take 1 week. That can actually take a week. If you get as many emails as I get, that can actually take a week. Man.
Get my Sprint bill taken care of because they keep overcharging me.
Oh,
And so I've called them like 3 different times, so this will be the 4th time I've called them to try to get this taken care of.
Sprint?
Yeah. Exactly.
Sprint. Ah,
Exactly.
hold my nose when I say that word.
Yep.
How many of us have a good support system? I do too. I think my biggest supporter probably will be my brother. I think he's the one that understands me best, that actually knows what I'm going through, can actually tell when I'm not having a great time or things are bothering me. My sister is equally as helpful, but I think my brother he just gets me. So that's why he's my primary caregiver. He's the one that takes care of everything that I can. And like I said, I'm 100% functional. But even us at our best need help. So, who's your support system? Give me 2 people that's your support system. And we got 3 minutes.
Me?
Yeah.
Hey, I forgot to ask you, I'm sorry, I forgot to ask you, you say your brother takes care of all your significant,
Things that I don't take care of, he takes care of. But I run my own life.
okay, don't take care of or just
Just helps me with.
Oh, okay.
I can depend on.
Okay.
I'm going out of town this week. I need somebody to go feed my turtle.
Oh, okay.
Pete must survive, my turtle. He must survive. So I'm gonna need him to go feed my turtle. He's gonna have to travel 20 miles to do it, but he's gonna go feed my turtle, and I mean it. You hear me?
Yep.
Feed my turtle. Okay, give me 2 people that are in your support system.
My mom takes care of all my bills.
Okay.
My rent and my bills.
Okay.
Paperwork like the social security and
All
stuff. She takes care of all my business.
Okay.
And my best friend, me and her pray for each other all the time.
All right. Very good. What about you, Justin?
My uncle and my dad.
Okay. What about you, Bob?
Bob?
I mean, Dave. That Bob. That Bob.
Hey, you're Dave.
Okay, that Bob. Okay, where are
Well, I
you?
don't have any specific person. I have my support system at Delhi Estates where I live.
Right.
And I have support system where I work.
And you have one here.
Support system where I live.
All right.
That's just basically what I have.
You have us. And we'll always be there for you. Remember that. Okay, Bob, we got 1 minute, so
Okay.
who's your support system?
My psychiatrist.
Okay.
And my doctor of internal medicine, since I had ulcerative colitis illness, so I see a doctor of internal medicine.
Okay, very good. Hey, what about you?
My case manager.
Okay.
Childhood house, and my insurance agency.
Okay. All right. What about you? Who's your support system?
My friend Chuck and my friend out there.
Okay, very good. What about you? Who's your support system?
My fiance Tyler and my best friend Kat.
All right, very good. It's important for us to have that support system. And if you don't have it, you need to build one. You need to have that support to deal with this illness. We can't do this all by ourselves. Even me, I can't do this by myself. I need people in my life to understand, to help me make good decisions, and that's important to me. Bob, one more question and we have to go.
Just like there's no cure for cancer,
Right?
there's no cure for psychiatric illness.
There isn't. We give you tools in order to maintain and live a successful life.
That's been good.
Okay?
Sorry.
All right. Thank you for coming, and I'll see you next week. Work on your weekly goal. Make sure that daily goal gets met, and we're out.